Hey YouTube. So I'm here today. We're running two guards on the twos. We have James Harden and Russell Westbrook. Now I know, Russell Westbrook, he looking a little bit ugly. Don't mind it. And the dude that's helping with this video, he usually plays on a post scorer. So if his dribbling looks trash, go easy on him in the comments. So, man, let's talk about this trade. This is crazy. So, and actually, this off season, there's just so much stuff going on. It's incredible. Shout out to the Rockets. Even if they're not making the most conventional moves, but they're doing something. You got to respect it. Daryl Morey, he wants to win a championship with James Harden. He's willing to roll the dice, see what can happen, and he's betting maybe Russell and Harden can they can be the best backcourt in the league. And let's talk about it a little bit. So Chris Paul, basically swapping Chris Paul for Russell Westbrook. So Chris Paul is basically an opposite of Westbrook. Chris Paul, he's methodical. He really thinks about his stuff. He goes for the mid ranges. Plays really smart. Likes to run plays and stuff. Westbrook, if it's up to Westbrook, he likes to ISO. He likes to run straight to the plane. He likes to slam it down. He doesn't. He's not like a passing like Chris Paul. He passes for the assist more than the actual play. Chris Paul's great at defense. Westbrook, he likes to gamble, and size-wise, Russell's a bit bigger. And rebounding, Russell definitely got that over him. And then shooting, of course, Chris Paul's got that. It's just, they're two totally different players. You can't really compare them. So, how is this going to work? So, with James Harden, he can kind of still do it. They like to just run five out. Whenever Chris Paul was in the game, you see I'm hitting threes and stuff, looking like Harden. But when Chris Paul was in the game, they kind of would just take turns doing their stuff. Sometimes they would just have Chris Paul in the corner while Harden did his ISO. Other times, James Harden would just kind of chill while Chris Paul ran some pick and rolls and did his thing. Westbrook, if James Harden's doing his stuff, you could put Westbrook in the corner. Westbrook isn't a great three-point shooter. But it's not like you can really leave him wide open. He's not horrendous. If you leave him wide open in the corner, you're gonna pay for it. So I think James Harden can still do his thing. Now the tough part is gonna be is Westbrook gonna be fine with James Harden dominating the ball more than him? Both guys, they score in the high 20. James Harden, insane amount of points next year. There ain't no way he's matching that again. So Chris Paul and not Chris Paul. James Harden and Westbrook were teammates before, so maybe they got that chemistry and they are friends. Harden went to Westbrook's wedding, if that means anything at all. I don't know how close Harden and Chris Paul really were, but they're not going to be as close as James Harden and Russell Westbrook are. So with how it's going to go, and then with when Westbrook's in the game, he can do pick and rolls with Capella. Harden, a great shooter, so he's fine with spotting up at the three-point line. If he's willing to do that, that's the big thing. If this is going to work. Are both of them willing to watch their stats go down? Russell Westbrook's days of getting triple doubles is probably over because OKC's offense was kind of catered around Westbrook getting those. They gave him rebounds, assists, points, and stuff. He's probably not going to get triple doubles anymore. Both of their scoring average is going to go down, and both their assists are going to go down. They're just going to kind of balance each other out. So most games, they will have the best backcourt in the league. And actually, really, if you're talking talent-wise, they do have the best backcourt in the league. James Harden, he's done crazy things, and Westbrook, they both won MVP, if that says enough. They got two MVPs in their backcourt. Now, it's all about they don't have defense now. This is going to be the big thing. James Harden, he's a good on-ball defender, not a great off-ball defender. Just not overall. Westbrook, he likes to gamble. He can play good on-ball defense. It's going to be tough. The rest of the team now, they do have PJ Tucker, Clint Capella. They do have defenders to kind of hide that. So if it kind of works out to where Westbrook and Harden can do their offensive thing and keep points going for 48 minutes, because there shouldn't be any point in the game now that James Harden and Russell Westbrook's not on the court. They should have someone on the floor at all times. If one of them's in the game and the other one's out, the other one can really just take over. So if they can do their thing offensively and they have the other people playing defense, and then, I don't know, Houston really, they've been the team closest to the Warriors the last few years. And, they could have won a championship. It was a tough series. And then now, the Warriors, they're down a guy. They don't have Durant. Clay's going to be injured. And, would you say Russell Westbrook is upgrade over Chris Paul? I mean, I don't know. I might. I mean, who would you rather have in a playoff game? Westbrook, you know, he's done some. He's had some chokes in the playoffs. Chris Paul, I don't know. He's been clutch in the playoffs at times, but he hasn't made a conference final, so it's iffy. But I think both James Harden and James Harden, he has his flaws in the playoffs. But I think both of them, if Westbrook can take over a game or two, if Harden can take over a game or two, that's all I need. Harden can, he can score on the best defenders. Westbrook, if he's, bricking up the place, and then Harden can take over. If Harden's getting locked up, he's tired, then Westbrook can say, give me the ball, I'm going to go Harden's side. And, I think having Clint Capella is just going to help a lot because both of them, if they're missing, they can get rebounds. They got a good inside defense if they get blown past. And, the pick and roll game is just going to be crazy. So, overall, I'm good with the trade. I think, you just go for it. It's getting crazy. Everyone's got duos. You got Anthony Davis and LeBron. You got Kawhi Leonard and Paul George. You got teams to beat. Your team's pretty capped out. James Harden's in his prime. You just got to go for it. Maybe they come out here. Both of them are going crazy. The team's looking good. They get another piece for the starting lineup. As long as those guys in the starting lineup, all they got to do is hit their threes and play defense. And it's there. We're gonna see in the playoffs if what really happens when they play a team with good guards. Like when they play like the Trailblazers, if they get there with Damian Lillard and C.J. McCollum, we got to see if Westbrook and Harden can play some defense and play offense at the same time. We're gonna see how they match up with like the Lakers and stuff. They won't really be doing a whole lot against the best players, but Capella and P.J. Tucker will have to show out. We're gonna see. I'm good with the trade. Let's see how it goes. It doesn't really make the most sense on paper, but basketball isn't all paper. It's about just seeing what happens on the court. And I think potentially this team, with the way it's set up, they could go to the finals. Tell me what you guys think in the comments. Tell me if you like the trade. This is Tonic. I'll catch you guys in the next one. I'm out. Peace.